And alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the Self-Developed YouTube channel. Guys, this one's a little bit different. I'll be honest, I haven't uploaded in a little bit of time. The last video will link up here. That was the Andrew Tate and Christianity versus Islam video, which definitely was pretty controversial. There was a lot of heat below, but don't worry guys, we are only ramping it up from here, 2023 and beyond. With that guys, I have a co-host, potentially. His name is Titan guys. We're actually both recording this, and that is because guys, I believe moving forwards guys, and again, this is the first one we're going to try it, but I want to turn this channel, as you guys know, into an entire conservative based alpha Christianity for the truth news channel. And I think there's no better way than actually having a co-host ask me all these questions. Titan guys is 18, he's a young guy, he's very knowledgeable. I've actually been friends with him for quite a while now when I went to see Elliot Hulse in Florida. So for Titan to gather all these questions and then rapid fire them to me, I think all of us can react and just overall have a very good organic time. So with that, Titan, introduce yourself, man. Tell them how we met and why we kick it. Go for it.
For sure, man. So I started watching David probably about a year ago. You know, I was just going through some things in my life, and as many of the young men that are on this page, I'm assuming, can attest to, at some points you're just lost, and a lot of this information that is essential as a man, you're not given it. You don't find it without seeking it out, right? Finding it. So that's how I found David's YouTube. And then I have a friend, Nick, who's a personal trainer, and he was friends with David. So when David came down, we met up, talked a little bit, linked up, and now I've started my own couple Instagram pages, and I have a business where I do social media content. And that was all from David, man. He's like, go buy that camera, dude. Start doing it. So big props to David for that.
Yes, sir. So Titan guys, I kind of mentor him a little bit here and there. And like I said, he's in Florida, I'm in Canada, so there's no better way than to have a young buck on the team. So we'll see, guys. If he does a bad job at this, we'll kick him out and we'll keep it one-on-one. But I think you guys will like him because him and I actually mesh well, and he's a very smart guy for his age. So with that said, guys, how these videos are going to roll out, the plan as of now, guys, is to record one of these a week. It's going to be an entire podcast, okay? So yes, this will be on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, about an hour long. And from that, guys, I plan to post the individual clips here on YouTube for more bite-sized content. So this is going to be a very raw, unfiltered Q&A, guys. We're going to have a conversation, speak about a ton of things for the whole point of just giving you guys value with following Christ, biblical masculinity, becoming a man, and avoiding degeneracy. So let's go. Titan knows all the topics and questions. I have no clue. Let's begin with number one.
So yeah, I was thinking about a way to start this off, and then I thought of an interesting way to start this off is to start off asking you about starting off in general, okay? I know it doesn't make sense, but you'll get it in a second. When you are first starting anything, right, self-development, the gym, spirituality, so Christ, following Christ, right, you have this feeling of being lost. And something that you say, and I know Elliot Hulse says a lot, I hear this a lot from both of you guys, is doing what's in front of you to begin. So I want to hear your elaboration on when you feel lost in the beginning, you don't know what to do, whether that be, again, the gym, self-development, following Christ, and how you would go about doing what's in front of you.
Amen. What a great question, guys. And again, these are not scripted. You guys know we freestyle everything. So what I would say, guys, to all the young men, and this is actually why I reached out to Titan, because a lot of you guys are maybe in your early 20s, you're 18, the 05 year, which is what Titan is. These are all the guys on my vlog channel, Logan, Rob, all them. They're all 05. You guys are a magical year. You know, high school has now just finished, and maybe for you guys who are in university, maybe you just got out of that too, and you're in this position. This is the majority of clients I speak to, guys in their mid-20s, whether like David, I was in a degenerate relationship, I was in this crappy job, this crappy situation, and things need to change, but I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. So I'm going to answer this from a couple different angles. Number one, what you guys need to understand is this is how God speaks to us, okay? Despite what Hollywood media TV tells you guys, God is He's very in front of you. This is what it means to be present, okay? So these ideas of, you know, I'm going to start next year, or God will tell me this in 3 years' time, is actually all BS. God's very practical, especially for men. And your revelation is always in front of you, whether that be with fitness, your business, creation, your relationships. And this is exactly why, guys, my most viral reel was do not approach women, because God, through revelations, what does revelations mean? Reveal. It will become revealed to you. That doesn't mean you're sitting on the couch doing nothing, but it means you're paying very close attention to what is in front of you. Do you understand? The reason the majority of men do not start is because, what did I say before? They're painting this Hollywood fairy tale spirituality, 3-year plan BS. One of my favorite quotes is an old Russian quote, and it goes, "Men make plans and God laughs." So what I implore to all of you guys right now, whether you're just beginning, your mid-20s, I want you to ask God. I first want you to pray, because God will only give you, this is very important, He's only going to give you this revelation if He sees that you're fit, you're eligible, and you're ready for it, right? This is what free will is. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into this. We'll move on to something else. But long story short, I want you to pray, ask for revelations. God, what do you want me to do, right? I'm willing. I'm open. Do you understand? I'm an open vessel. Let it be revealed, and pay very close attention to what naturally happens in your life, what people you speak to, what ideas come to you. Do you understand? So that's my answer, young Titan. What do you think about that?
Nice. Yeah. And going off of that,
Yep.
I had another question, but that meshes into perfectly, which is like, you wait for these revelations to be revealed to you, but a lot of the times those revelations are revealed through action, right? You take one action, and it's like the levels, the video game, right? You start ranking up. So what I would say is, this is maybe from people that have been watching you for a little longer, right? They've seen all your videos on what the problem is in society, right? Degeneracy, fornication, promiscuity,
right,
and then the overall solution, which would be coming to Christ,
right.
right? Biblical masculinity. But what would you say are like a couple action steps? Like, if you see this, you have the whole picture in the beginning and the end, but the middle is blurry. What would you say are a couple like immediate action steps to get on to start you down that path towards the solution?
Yeah, what a great question. I just saw a video yesterday on TikTok. I think it was a preacher, a pastor, saying God's going to give you the dreams to you guys, right? He'll kind of give you that end goal. And I say this to myself too. Maybe you see yourself standing in front of thousands of people, or you have this church, or you have for me, I want a self-developed studio. So what you guys see here, I want like my own studio, live podcast, maybe bring in Titan or whoever. Do you understand? This is kind of like the first like prototype version of that. Now though, God gives you the revelations, right? So let's say the end picture revelations. But doing what's in front of you, and I'm glad this is like a part 2, doing what's in front of you is not necessarily a blueprint. Do you understand, guys? So this is where we have to walk through faith. And what comes to mind, kind of like what you said, Titan, is Indiana Jones, right? In the movie, guys, I think it's Raiders of the Lost Ark. When Indiana Jones walks across this cavern, you guys let me know. I think this is the first, maybe it's the third movie. He's walking in faith, and I'm not going to go too into depth with this, but essentially, there is no path. It's a huge pit. It's a massive cavern, but he sees where he needs to go. God is giving him the end goal, and God is giving him the revelation to do what's in front of him. But David, there is no step in front of me. So what do? This is where walking in faith comes. And the second he takes that first step, because it is what's in front of him, right? He sees the end goal and what's in front of him, even though it's not clear, what happens? Boom, a rock meets him halfway. Right? This is what walking in faith is. And then from that, when he takes his next step, the next rock meets him. Do you understand? And it catches him along the entire cavern. So that is amazing, man. And I'll finish it here, because this affects me just as much as you guys do. This is what spiritual warfare is. That anytime you're feeling doubt or insecurity, or you're getting way too in your head, that is not of God. God does not give us a spirit of fear. That is from the devil. That is Satan trying to move you or tempt you away from the path in front of us, right? It's tricky, guys. I understand, but yes, I don't know if that answers your question, Titan, but it's taking
For sure,
a step at
for
a
sure.
time and allowing the path to unfold. And that's why I believe it's in Matthew. There it is, Matthew 24:13. But those who endure to the end shall be saved. You have to endure, guys. It's not just this cakewalk, okay? But we'll speak more about this in later questions. So go for it, Titan. Hope you guys enjoyed today's clip. As always, the full episodes are available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify under the Self-Develop Podcast. That'll be linked below. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And I'll finish it here with the final plug. If you guys are interested and would like to work with me on a personal level at anything of what we talked about in today's video, or on a more practical level, improving things like your fitness, business, mindset, and spiritual health, there's always one-on-one coaching, guys. Spots are open. I would love to work with you on a more personal level. Book it below, and I'll see you guys then. See you next episode. Much love. Peace.